Recording start. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning everyone. So today, my name is Muhammad Alif Aiman bin Johan and my matric number is 1212632. Will represent my group to present about how Steve Jobs manage his company. Okay, before we continue, let me introduce to you all who is Steve Jobs. Okay, when we see at this picture, the person in this picture is Steve Jobs. Okay, at the left side, this picture was taken on 24 June 2010 when iPhone 4 was released. And at the right side, the picture was taken on 29 June 2007 when iPhone first generation was released, and after that iPhone was being the famous product until they produce 13 series. Next we will move to his full name. Okay, his full name is Stephen Paul Jobs and he is co-founder of Apple. Okay, besides that, what the Apple company was produced. Okay, uh, when we see at this when we see at all this picture, this is all the product that Apple produce. Okay, firstly is iPad and Apple Pencil. Second is iPhone. Third is iMac, and then MacBook. Lastly is iWatch. Okay, for your information, even though mostly Apple products are very expensive, but customers still want to get the latest product because of the product's quality, such as the product use the powerful chip like M1, M1 Pro, M1 Pro, M1 Max, A15, A14 chips, and then their OS system was very smooth and no lagging, such as iOS, iPadOS, and macOS. So many customer was very satisfied with their products uh, that Apple produce. And then their product also can be used for the longer time, especially for MacBook. MacBook can be used until 10 years and above. And then most Apple product get positive response from consumers entire the world. Next, about born and died of Steve Jobs. Okay, Steve Jobs was born on 24 February 1955 at San Francisco, California. A little bit information about Steve Jobs. He actually adopted by one family at California, and his biological father is actually a Syrian man. And then after that, he died on 5 October 2011 at Palo Alto, California because of uh, pancreas cancer. Oops, sorry. And then after he died, he left until 8.3 billion dollar net worth in 2011. So at that time, 8.3 billion dollar is very much. Next, we will move to his characteristics. Actually, Steve Jobs has many characteristics, but today I would like to talk about his common characteristic. Okay, firstly is autocratic. What is autocratic? Autocratic is about the person that will do the decision by their own creativity and never listen or get any opinion from others, and they also want the people to listening to them. So that is autocratic. And then for the Steve Jobs, many Apple staff said that Steve Jobs are stubborn, very stubborn in do the decision because of they always think that he he always think that he always true when do the decision until at the beginning of establishment of Apple, he was kicked out by the founder because of his autocratic attitude. But after that, he get back to the company in late 19s because of the Apple company has a bankruptcy at that time. So next, the second characteristic about Steve Jobs, he was very committed until able to produce innovative products. Okay, Steve Jobs is very practical person, and then believer of perfection, and then has very clear vision. When he do the work, he will never focus on the profit, but he will focus on the product specification. So that's why many Apple products are very satisfying for the consumers. Steve Jobs also hold that principle that failure could not stop him to do everything. Okay, back to the beginning of establishment of Apple, when he kicked out from the Apple company, he started two companies, which is first is Next, second is Pixel. For those that doesn't know what is Pixel, Pixel is one of the famous animation studios that produce a story like Finding Nemo, Toy Story 1, 2, 3, 4, and others. Okay, because of Steve Jobs' characteristics, the characteristic will bring us to the good side and bad side of his management at Apple company. Okay, first we go to the good side first. Okay, for the Steve Jobs, deadlines are very crucial because of uh, for Steve Jobs, deadlines are very important. And then because of that, when we watch the Apple event, all the product that will expected to be released on that day must be released also at the day too. Next is about Steve Jobs will hire people who are instantly passionate about your products. Okay, people who work at Apple really want to be at Apple. Apple company will choose the workers that will very interested to give their energy and creativity to work at Apple. So that's why Apple company get into register top three smartphone companies in 2020. Because of that hire the person who want to work at Apple, uh, the many innovative products that will be produced by Apple are now. Next is about a technology company should be run by engineers, not managers. A technology because of managers not have knowledge in engineering, doesn't know about technology, and they only know to give instruction only, so it will make Apple company very hard to grow up. So that's why Apple is completely run by the engineer, because they will focus on technology and all driven by the engineer. So that's easy to them to grow up very fast and compete with other brand. So next, we will move to the bad side of Steve Jobs management at Apple company. Firstly is fail to train and invest in staff. Okay. When we work at Apple company, no have any formal training, and not in management, not in engineering, not in design. Almost everyone will work with was MS at his capacity to make decisions solely by on his instinct. So how Steve Jobs overcome this? Steve Jobs will choose the top talent to work with him, and he will leave the top talent to solve and manage some problem using by their own creativity, even though the top talent doesn't have knowledge about the problems. So I think it is good because uh, it will make the top talent become more creative and very innovative. Failure to provide and receive feedback from staff. Okay, due to the autocratic way of leadership by Steve Jobs, many staff could not give their own opinion for some products or anything. He also will give ridiculous comment and insulting them when he gets some feedback from staff. He will interrupt it and didn't listen what his staff say. Okay, how to overcome this attitude at the Apple company after Steve Jobs died. CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, has created a culture of respect between managers and employees to eliminate some bad behavior that Steve Jobs did when he alive at that time. Next is don't build walls. When we work as staff at Apple, we will see many unusual things in this company because such as programmer were not allowed to see the product, designers will divide to small groups to work on different elements. And then the very important is the workers will be fired on the spot if they are letting any information out to the public. So for me, if even this thing is considered to be abusing the workers, but it was Apple's secrecy to be more successful. Apple want to give surprise to everyone and want consumer to try their new product. I think this kind of things are one of the branding strategies of Apple. Beside that, Apple doesn't want to their competitors to know and plagiarism what they want to do and produce. So uh, it will take care the Apple's branding. Okay, here is some resources that we got that we got the information at the internet. If you want to read other information, you can click at the link. Uh, Okay, before that, in conclusion, my group and I really admire with how Steve Jobs managed Apple. Even though he managed by autocratic, he was very brave to highlight his idea to produce something. If we didn't take a risk to success, we didn't know what will happen next. And if we success, that's good lah. But when we fail, we must learn from our past to keep trying until we success. So that we learn when we search information about how Steve Jobs manage their company, how Steve Jobs manage his company. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much.